Welcome back to JDM Legends presented by Turn 14 Distribution. Today we are fitting up a bunch of wheels. That is right, guys. Today is going to be a bit of a different episode. I'm still waiting on a fuel pump and a couple of other minor things. So I figured why not fit up a ton of wheels that we have laying around the shop and just see what looks good on this car. By the way, thank you to all of you who posted in the comments about the side skirts and whether I should run them. There was an overwhelming amount of you, I think, I didn't tally up the total, that said I should run them. And the more I continue to look at the car, I think you guys are right. I am going to be going with the side skirts all around. So, with that being said, I think what we're gonna do is, as you can see, I'm not putting all four wheels on. That would be a little bit redundant. We're gonna go to the other side where I do have the side skirts and rear spat fitted, and we're gonna start off by putting some wheels on there. First set up here is a set of wheels that you guys have probably seen around for a very long time and on a whole bunch of different builds, because these seem to be like our go-to tires that we put on, wheels that we put on when we need a spare set of wheels kicking around. And they are on a very old set of NT05 tires from 2012. I should really put some new fresh Continentals on these. I just haven't gotten around to it because, like I said, we just never seem to run them, even though they're a beautiful set of wheels. These are a 18x9 plus 20 offset. I still do have that 5mm spacer on here, so I am gonna still run it. I'm gonna be a real pro doing this after today, because I kind of feel like we're gonna be doing this 100 times today. Man, it's so hard to see under the side skirt, holy. By the way, guys, I do have a set of center caps coming. Thank you to brickhouse.spl, the YouTube channel. Steven, he was able to source me some from Japan, brand new. So these are going to have a center cap. I know so many of you said, oh my goodness, they just don't look the part, and I think they will certainly look good or more complete when we do have a center cap in there. Ooh, silver on silver. Quick thing to note is these are 245/40 18s, so they are a taller tire, but those being 265/35s, that may make up for it. Sadly, these do look a little undersized, especially in the rear. I think with the right set of tires and probably a rebarrel to a little bit higher aggressive offset and more lip, these would look killer. I mean, the silver almost matches the silver of this car perfectly. So honestly, they're one of my second favorite wheels on this car, and they could look very, very killer with the right setup. Hot damn, I did not expect these to look so good on here. These are the Koenig countergrams at a 18x10.5 plus 15 with that 5mm spacer. And they are wrapped in the Continental Extreme Contact Sport in a 275/35/18. And you can see out of all the wheels, I think these have the best fitment. The reason why I am running those Advans in a 265 is we want to make sure that they're the same size tire as Dave has on the Supra, so it was fair. But you can see the GTRs do love large sized tires, like you could probably fit a 285. I have seen 285s on these cars before, but I'm now leaning towards switching out those Advans to these Contact Sports in a 275 in the future, because they do have, I think, what is the perfect fitment for this car, and I think it'll work under stock fenders. So that's a huge win here. The next set of wheels are another spare that we have kicking around the shop that came off of a Supra, the old one, the black 93 TT Auto. These are a 18 by 9.5 plus 38 offset, so they're too high an offset for this car. So what I'm gonna do is come in with a set of these Project Kicks spacers. These are a 15 mil, and I already have the 5 mil in. These are actually pretty neat. You can see the way these bolt on. So they have these tapered cuts here, and they use these little lugs with this proper adapter here. I typically don't love running these types of spacers, but in this case, obviously this car's not gonna see any road use, so I'm just gonna throw these on real quick, and we can bolt the wheels on here front and rear and see what they look like. One of the issues that you can run into with these is you can see this stud is sticking out here, and if you do not have a wheel that is relieved here, it may hit. This one's gonna be close because I'm looking at it and it does look like, man, it may not clear. Oh, it clears. Looking at these wheels kind of has me regretting doing the white on the Regamasters, because black on a silver car such as this, man, it is a combo that is hard to beat. And this shows the importance of proper tire sizing. You can see these are 255/35 R18 Continental Extreme Contact Sports as well, and they're just a tiny bit too small. So it's created a bunch of gap between the tire and the fender, especially in the rear. It just looks undersized, even with that spacer and everything. So I do like them. I think the Work Emotion CRs are kind of a classic style. They certainly do suit this car as well. Again, it's just, they're a tiny bit undersized on here. I think with the right size tire, if we put like a 275 on that wheel, it would look much better. However, I only have a pair of these. So we have a weaker 18 by, I think, 8.5 for the front that came off that Supra. So we couldn't run these even if I wanted to. These have also been kicking around in the stash, and these are a set of Volk RE30s, finished in a titanium silver. These were powder coated, so it is not their original finish. These actually came off of the 350Z originally. They were black. I also only have a pair of these, and I do not know the offset. They are an 18 by 10.5. Coming off the Z, I would expect these to be kind of in the high 20s or maybe low 20s. I'm not 100% sure. The other thing that I've never done is put wheels on a set of blocks before here without tires. So post in the comments how you would normally do this. I've got a set of 4x4s here. You can see I've got 2 of these that I'm gonna lay under here and line them up, and hopefully that will distribute the load properly. All in the name of seeing what these look like on here. I kind of like the matchy here going on with the wheels and the paint. I think that's gonna look kind of cool. It is a shame though that there are no tires on here, because really that would give us such a proper look and an idea of what these would look like on here. But you know, sometimes you can't win them all. I'm literally going through all of the stash that we have here and seeing what wheels we have, and these are a set of them. So anything 5x114 is game here. Wow, another great wheel on this car. I honestly really like these. I think if I had a set of all four, man, I would probably consider running these. It's such a shame that they don't have tires on them, but oh man, they look awesome. Again, the whole thing with like the color match on silver cars, the color matched wheels when they're just so close, it looks rad. And of course the RE30 wheel, I feel, is one that did not get a ton of love. It was short-lived in like the Rays lineup. It came, it has gone. I'm pretty sure you can't get these anymore, but it's to me such a timeless classic wheel. I wish they would bring it back, much like the SE37K. If you don't know which one that one is, go Google it. It's always been a huge favorite of mine. I've always been after a set of those for like Evo fitment, maybe even GTR fitment. Those would be super rad too. There is one last set of wheels that I do need to fit up on the GTR. The problem is they're on the Supra Volk CE 28Ns, but we can pull the fronts because this is a square setup. Thankfully, I don't have to go too far with this car. I can just push it out here if I can get some grip, and then you can pull it off and see what they'll look like on there, because I think they're gonna look super cool. I just got these fresh new quick jacking pads because ours are starting to get old, and they come in quite handy in this type of situation when you have like large side skirts. I've been using it on the GTR, and you can't really fit your hand in there to see what you're doing, and you don't want to crush your side skirts. So with these, they're kind of rad. Now I know it right there, so I'm on it. Now I'll slide the jack into place, and then I can jack up on it. So they work really well. Bam. Who wants to see what a Regamaster would look like on the Supra? I certainly do. Now granted, the fitment on these is gonna be way off. Those are a 28, these are a 15. Oh, that is some fitment. Another fantastic and timeless choice for this car, the CE28 in bronze, just looks so good on the silver. Should I trade with Dave? Man, it's just, this is all just making it so much more difficult to really settle on those Regas, because the more I see these different types of wheels, I'm like, oh man, they all just look so good. These are effectively a +8 offset. Those are a +28 offset, plus the 20 mil spacer that we now have on there. So wow, it's a pretty aggressive fitment, and yet it still looks like we could come out a little bit more. The rear looks so nice. So oof, I don't know guys, I've just been loving so many of these wheels. Post in the comments, let me know what you guys think. Which one is your favorite? Which one do you think suits the GTR the best? And back on the Evo Regamasters, when I do see them, I do kind of feel like it is the right look. Although these in black would be pretty sick too. Anyways, guys, post in the comments, let me know which one is your favorite again. And if you enjoyed this episode, did you like this kind of like short, just like mucking around, trying on wheels? And if you did, should we do the Supra? Because seeing those Regamasters on the Supra kind of gave me an idea. It would be super cool to see that car on a bunch of wheels. So thank you guys for watching, and we will be back to, I hope, more regular content with the Skyline as soon as I get that fuel pump, and there is a first start coming very soon. So we'll see you guys in the next one.
Hey guys, are you rolling into Cars and Coffee in a stretched out golf shirt and some jorts? Well, you do not want to look like you're from the 90s, even if your car is from the 90s. So to fix that problem, we're dropping some fresh new merch, including this sweet edition Speed Academy race shop that PT's rocking here, as well as this Rip & Tech hoodie.
Man, does it look good. But in all seriousness, guys, what we are doing is we are completely changing up the way we do merchandise and how we sell it. We have pulled everything down off of our store, and we're gonna start doing drops with very, very minimal amounts of designs and inventory.
Limited edition drops.
That's right, that's right. So what you're gonna see in this drop is our Speed Academy race shop and the Rip & Tech shirt in homage of Dave and his love for the Type R.
What's right up there, guys? You want to rip some tech. You know you want to rip some tech. And if you're a rancher like PT, then you represent the shop. So we're giving some pretty sweet options with colors in them now, not just black and white. We're bringing a little color into your life. So get on over to speedacademy.shop.
Yes.
Get them while you can.
Get them while they're hot. We do have very, very limited inventory, and once they're gone, we will not be reprinting these designs.
We've also gone with really high quality materials on these. My hoodie is called a Sponge Fleece pullover hoodie, and it is sort of fleecy on the inside, but smooth cotton look on the outside. It's really nice and light, but breathable. I like them, and they're kind of like semi-fitted. They're not baggy, but they're not like super snug either. So I really like the cut, the feel, the weight, the breathability.
Yeah, the weight, that's what I like. I've been wearing it a lot, and it really just is nice.
Nice and light.
It kind of like feel heavy.
Exactly.
So it's the same thing. This is a poly cotton blend. It's a very, fitted, but not like tight. It's still nice and light. You can see this is a large on me.
Yep.
And it's really nice and breathable. We've decided to, one up ourselves from previous merchandise in terms of the quality, and we think you guys would appreciate that too.